On trading hour, well, let's look at some more stories now on the sidelines of Reserve Bank of India's global hackathon, Harbinger 2023. Our colleague Ritu Singh caught up with RBI Deputy Governor T. Ravishankar to discuss a whole host of issues and started off by asking him about RBI's views on fintech bank licenses. Take a look.
We have always been open. I mean, banking license, it's an open license. People apply. Anyone who meets the criteria gets a license. So there is no distinction between whether it's an NBFC or whether it's a set of individuals or a fintech or anything of that sort, to the best of my knowledge.
But given that you look at fintechs very closely, I wanted to understand, in future, do you think we'll see more instances? I understand, the banking license is on tap, but then how many licenses has RBI given out in the last decade or so?
It depends. It depends if the people who apply meet the fit and proper criteria.
Sure. In the recent press conference and before that as well, the Reserve Bank of India has expressed some concerns about, when it comes to unsecured lending. While those concerns have been expressed to banks and NBFCs, is there some worry about, the boom that we're seeing on the fintech front as well? Because, these players are relatively new to the system. Your thoughts on that?
People were new. There were some issues. RBI issued the regulations, and I think the system is settling down. This is an ongoing process. As we get into new products, as we get into new processes, the system will adjust. The market will adjust to the regulatory requirements. The regulators will adjust to market innovations. That's an ongoing process.
Sure, but the high growth in personal loans, which unsecured is something that you're concerned about. Is it on the banking front, or is it more because of the boom that we're seeing on the fintech front?
I'm not of any concern there.
The governor highlighted it in the last policy press conference as well. They've asked banks to be cautious, and while they haven't put any guardrails, so to speak, they said if they do not take action, perhaps RBI would have to.
Again, that's an issue on which the governor has spoken. It's not proper for me to comment on that.
Sir, if I may also ask you how the CBDC pilot is progressing so far. What are your plans? You wanted to get to 1 million transactions a day by the end of the year.
We are working towards that. We will get to 1 million transactions a day by the end of the year.
And so what are the latest figures? I mean, how is it progressing in the pilot projects?
At this point in time, I think it's somewhere around 15 to 20,000 a day. But then, we have just finished a few things that I had also talked about earlier. One of them was interoperability, with UPI. That thing has just come into place. And a few other things that we got to know along the way that we need to address. I'm sure we'll reach the target.
Just a final question. Any further word from the European securities market regulators on the CCIL issue, on the oversight of CCIL? Any further communication or clarification that's come in?
No, the discussions are on. We discussed the MOU, we discussed what it may contain. That process is continuing.
Sure. So, but has there been any dilution from their front? Have you communicated anything?
I cannot tell you about what issues are coming up in the process of discussions. All I can tell you is that yes, we are discussing. Yes, both sides are trying to reach a solution, a solution that works for everyone.
And so by when is that solution expected?
We'll have to wait and see. That's not something that I can give an end date on, but we'll have to wait and see.
All right, that is a very interesting chat with the RBI Deputy Governor. But with that, we do need to get into a